Hey guys, this is Killadave here, and welcome back to another episode of the single player Minecraft series. This is episode 31, and guys, today I have a lot of plans. Now, before I get to all those, I want to show you what I've been doing in between episodes. First off, I did a little messing around with the settings on my microphone, so hopefully it should sound better. I shouldn't have to do as much like post-processing with noise reduction. So hopefully it all sounds better. Let me know if you notice a difference or if you don't notice a difference, but hopefully it sounds better. I think it does, so we'll see what you guys think. But in between episodes, I have been giving these guys a bunch of carrots, and as you see, there are, I think, about 30 villagers in here. So I think it's enough, and this new design produces a lot of villagers. So enough that I think I can turn this whole system back on, start refilling all these spots without having any worry. So it's super awesome. It's been producing quite a bit of guys. I've just been feeding them carrots every once in a while. Super awesome. But guys, to do with the carrots, the one thing I want to do right now in this episode is get started working on a mob farm. Okay, so currently the only mob farm I have is for zombies, and that's in the zombie spawner. But otherwise, if you look in here, I mean, we don't have that many bones. We have some gunpowder, but I mean, I've been using the bones, so that's why I don't have a lot of those, but we need more. So in order to get those farms over there in the little farming area working with all the bone meal, we need bones. So only having 37 and not really a good way to get it. In order to get more, I've just been like going out in the night and just fighting a whole bunch of guys. So I don't really want to keep doing that. I want to set up a little farm now. I had an idea of sort of making it like a lookout tower. So initially when I had this like idea for an area, I was thinking like maybe putting a big wall around it and maybe like a big gate right there. I don't know if I'm still going to do that. I might, but I was thinking a lookout tower or some sort of like lookout building for this mob farm would be pretty awesome. So if we go up here really quick, I'll show you where I want. I was thinking about putting it up over here. Now, if we just hop up here really quickly, you'll see why I want to put it up here. I mean, up here has got a hugely awesome view of everywhere in my base and the area around it, which I think it looks pretty cool. So if we just hop up here, you'll see it. Now, over here, you can see my iron farms over there. Super awesome. You can see like all the farms down here, my main building areas over here, all this. So what I want to do, guys, is just kind of flatten this out and get like a nice big flat area. I might take it, I don't know, like 4 levels down maybe. That looks about good. It'd make a pretty big area, maybe 5. So I'm just going to start digging all this out so it can be like a big flat uniform area. Now, I was thinking about moving the beacon so I could have haste 2, but as you can see, if I just move over here, I get it back. So I think I'm just gonna like do the whole like run over here, pick up the haste 2, and then run back and do some mining. Because with instant mine efficiency 5, it should not take long at all. Oh, and speaking of the efficiency 5, that reminds me. If I run over here really quickly, guys, I'll show you what I found. So while I was clearing out the chests in the slime farm, we run over here, I'll show you what I found in the chest. I thought it was pretty awesome. I remember a few episodes ago, I thought I had lost it. If you look here, boom, I found the old picks. So this means I have the silk touch now. I can get, I think, do I have an efficiency 4? No. But, I mean, if we just get another efficiency 4 pick, we can make this efficiency 5. And since we have these mending books, I mean, why don't I just do it on camera? Hopefully I should be able to get it. We just throw that on. Oh, 33. Okay, so if I get a few more levels, we'll be able to get that. So I think I'm going to start off by doing that, get efficiency 5 on this silk touch pick, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, as you can see right here, I put mending on it and I got it completely repaired up. Super awesome. Glad I ended up finding that. So now guys, all that's left to do is to start chopping off the top of that mountain, flattening it all out. So I'm going to head up there right now and do that, and then I will show you when it's done. Okay guys, so I've flattened it out. As you can see, I only ended up digging I think 3 levels down, but as you can see, this is quite a large area, and I think it's perfect for a nice big mob farm. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do for the design here, guys. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I never go in creative and like build the whole thing beforehand. I kind of just wing it whenever I build any of these things. You know, I just kind of go with the flow, see how it goes. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out, but I am excited for where it's going. Now, I think I'm going to, fill in this a little bit, just add in enough that it makes this like a big square. And I was thinking of just building a huge, large, tower-ish building here that's going to house the mob farm. So I think the first thing to do is to set down the foundation. And I'm thinking of using stone or like some sort of stone. So I might just build it out of stone to begin with, Just build the whole thing out of stone, not worry about it being pretty and whatnot, and then go back and add like a sort of facade around the outside. So I might do that. But right now, guys, I'm just going to go down to my base, grab a whole bunch of stone, come back up here, and start building this. Okay, guys, so I have set up just like the base of it right here. So as you can see, this is 8 blocks long. There's then a 4-block gap and then 8 more blocks. So I'm sure you can imagine 8 blocks is the length that water runs. So water is going to be pushing these guys off. And I'm going to hook it up to some sort of redstone clock so that every once in a while, it kind of like flushes all the guys out. But as you can see, it fits up in this area really well. I don't know how many blocks it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's 17 blocks across, and I think I'm probably going to do this like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 levels. Not quite sure, but I think it's going to be awesome, guys. So I'm going to start building it up, just building up the outside, and then I will bring you guys right back when I have some progress done. Okay, guys, so I have built up the walls, and as you can see, it is just a big stone box at the moment. Now, it's pretty big. It's not too huge, but it's sizable. Now, if you notice really quick, you can see there's this ice. Now, I'm planning on putting dispensers here that will dispense out water so it pushes the mobs off. It'll allow them to spawn and then push them off. So that'll just make it so, it increases the efficiency. But if you watch as I break these, you will see kind of how the water pattern works out. So they have to be spread with 2 blocks in between, because if you put it with only 1 block in between, they'll join up and create a source block. So we don't want that, because we want the dispenser to be able to pick it up. So as you can see, there's like these 2 block gaps in between each one. So it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna have that dug down on either side. So there's gonna be, dispensers over here on this side as well, and they're all gonna fall down in the middle. Now, as you can see on the side here, I've kind of leveled out where the levels are gonna be. There's gonna be 4 spawning levels with 2 sides, like each level. So as you can see, it's like this is where the first one's going to be, and then there's going to be 3 spots. Second one, 3 spots. Third one, 3 spots. Fourth one, 3 spots. And now it's going to be both on either side, and it's going to drop them off right in the middle, guys. So the thing I have to do now is just build these platforms. Now I'm just going to build them out of cobblestone, because I have way more cobblestone than stone. And since this is on the inside, you're not going to see it ever, so I don't think it really matters. I don't want to waste all my stone, and I kind of want to get rid of some of my cobblestone. And by the way, you might hear a difference in the audio from this clip to the last. I actually listened back to the audio on the first few clips with my headphones on, and I kind of heard this echo. Now, when I was just playing it through my speakers, I didn't hear it. So if you guys are using headphones, you might have heard it, and I'm sorry for that. But I think it should be fixed in this clip and from now on. So there shouldn't be any more echo. It seems that I was able to fix it with a beamformer on the audio. So using that beamformer seems to have fixed it. So hopefully it sounds better. Sorry about that. But I'm just going to go ahead and build all these platforms, and then I will be right back. Okay, guys, I did half of it already. As you can see, super awesome. This is the bottom level, and there's 4 levels. So I'm just going to continue this on the other side. And just a quick thing, I did listen back to the last clip, and it sounds like everything's working again. Sorry again for that initial echo, but it should all be fixed now. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other problems. I'm just trying to get all this audio working out. I think I got it a lot better than it used to be, so just let me know. But I'm going to do this other side, and then I will bring you guys back. Okay guys, so I have finished building the second half of it, and also in between this clip and the last, I went ahead and crafted a whole bunch of dispensers. So I did a bunch of villager trading. Oh, that's the wrong pick. A bunch of villager trading so I could get all the bows, because again, since I don't have a mob farm like this that we're building right now, I don't have any string really, so I can't like craft a whole bunch of what's it called? There's a word for it. I'm thinking of it. Bow. I couldn't craft a whole bunch of bows. Sorry. I don't know why I was drawing such a blank. But since I couldn't do that, I just decided to do some villager trading, because I mean that it's just a really easy way. I have a villager in there that only has 2 emeralds per bow. So I mean that's like really cheap. I can get that really easily. So as you can see, I made like I think I had like 50 or so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place all these, and then all that's left to do, guys, really is hook up all the redstone and then set up a little killy bit. So that's all we have to do. So I'm just gonna hook up all these dispensers, put them all in right now, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have hooked up all of the redstone. As you can see over here, it just kind of zigzags its way up and powers it. Now, you might be wondering what that is. I had to amplify the signal one more time because I think this was 12 blocks. So I had to get a little repeater system going right there. So that's all that is. But as you can see, I have it done on that side. And I also have it done on this side. So now it's all powered. Now, it won't have this redstone torch isn't what is actually going to power it. It'll eventually be some sort of redstone clock. But I just used it to be able to test so I could see that all of the ones were getting powered that needed to be. So all there's left to do now, guys, is set this up to a redstone clock. But before we do that, I'm actually going to set up all of these dispensers with buckets of water. So right now, there are, I think, what is it? It's 6 per row, 12, 48. So there are 48 dispensers in here. So that means I need 48 buckets of water. So I'm gonna go grab some buckets. I don't think I'm gonna put them in right now, but I'm just gonna grab the 48 buckets. Go ahead and craft those. I'm not gonna put them in yet because while I'm testing the redstone clock, I don't want it like dispensing water everywhere and breaking those torches, because that means they'll be able to spawn. So I'm just going to run down, grab some iron, make 48 buckets, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, as you can see, I just set up a little hopper clock with about 25 items in it, and all it does is powers each side. So if you watch just right now, this should fire, and you should hear the clicking of all the dispensers. There you go. So it powers it all. Awesome. That's what's going to get all the water, make them flow over here, and then it's going to go one side then the other. So what I have to do now, guys, is put in all the water. Now, interestingly enough, I made all the buckets, all 48, and I guess I've never made that many buckets. I thought they stacked up to 64, but apparently they only stack up to 16. I thought that was pretty interesting. Fun little fact in case you guys didn't know that. But now I have to fill them all up with water. Now, unfortunately, buckets filled with water don't stack. So I'm going to have to do this. And now I'm going to disconnect both of these just because I do not want the water flying out while I'm working up there. So I'm just going to grab all this, drop off all my stuff, except for maybe a pick and some blocks. And I'm just going to dump all this in here, grab all the buckets, and just fill them all up and get going on filling up all these dispensers. So I'm going to do this and I will be right back. Okay guys, I have placed the water buckets in all of the dispensers, and I also put in this like little water blade. So what's going to happen is they're all going to fall down
kind of exactly like that. Thank you for that demonstration. Um, uh, they're gonna fall down like that, guys, and then fall into this water stream. Or I'm also gonna put one on this side. So as you can see, this just for demonstration. Boom. So there'll be this 3 wide gap that will allow them to fall into. Now I know it's not centered, but in order to make it centered, I would have had to move the redstone clock over a bit, and it's like instead of doing that, I'd rather have it up against it and just have the drop not centered. So I moved that one back a few blocks, makes it so this drop is here. Now I was gonna make it too wide, but sometimes with too wide drops, spiders can get stuck, and it's really weird. So this whole thing's gonna be water, so they fall into the water and then fall down here, and that's how we're gonna funnel them down into a singular area. So that's gonna be the super easy way to get them. So they're all gonna be pushed off by the water, fall down into here, and then I'll just have a little area to, kill them all. So guys, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's episode. I ran out of time. It took a lot of effort and time to build all this and figure out the best way to do it. I mean, it's a pretty huge build, but I say we got a huge amount done. And in the next episode, we'll definitely be able to put in all the rest of the water, hook up the redstone, and make like a little killing chamber. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave some feedback on that mic quality. I'm sorry about the first few clips, but hopefully it's now sounding better. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you really did, please think about leaving a like. And if you really enjoyed it and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing so you can be updated when I upload new content. But thank you guys. That's all for today, and I'll see you next time. Okay guys, we are up here on the iron farm, and I have finished placing all the doors, and I've removed all the extra blocks that are needed. So I mean, if we just wait here for a second, we should see an iron golem spawn. There you go, there's one that fell down.